Okay. I gotta set up my guy. Screen's looking real empty right now. I got way too close to my microphone. Which one was it? Watch me struggle to operate a computer right now. It's not that. Should be this guy. There we go. A little high up. Put that there. Alright. Hello, stream. Hope the mic's okay. I don't know if it's loud enough. Turn it up a little bit. Alright. Let me just check that audio real quick. Okay. We are back in my survival world. Oh, the music's out of my early. Oh, hello there, Scoobert. I forgot about you for a bit. It's been, how many days? It's been 10 days? That popped on. Oh, there's you as well. We need to get you a name, don't we? I don't have a name for you. You're just kind of my villager. So, we left off getting him and getting mending with him, and we still don't have a door. Not sure. I guess probably should be taking down the rails. It's definitely one thing. And here, I should get the tunes going so it's not just awkward silence. Well, I mean, I'm going to be talking, obviously, but I like to have some music in the background. We'll do something different today. Set. Okay, alright. So I guess taking down the bridge is the first order of business before doing anything else. Because this is just going to annoy me for as long as it's here. And there's no easy way to take it down other than just swim. Most painful way to start this stream, taking down this abysmal bridge. Ran out of blocks, okay. I only had slabs. I can't remember, was the villager on stream? I think it was. I think getting him was on stream. Did that right before I ended. Honestly, don't even remember. Because last few streams I did were not, server. I did the horror thing and then Hypixel. Which I might do Hypixel again soon, because I do really love Hypixel. Especially Bed Wars, really getting into that now. Just ignore the cough, it's still lingering, annoyingly. I might be dying of cancer. If that's the case, I'm gonna leave my channel like the One Piece. You know, I'm just gonna bury it somewhere underground. Make a whole big announcement. Gotta catch up on One Piece. No, no coming in. Hey! No. No. You don't get to come in here. I will not let you. Hey, what? Hey, what? How did you... Oh, that's right, I have an open wall. Defend me, kitty cat. You're not defending me. Oh god, I've trapped myself in here with him. Stand back, I got this. I did it. You're welcome. Oh yeah. So obviously, from the title, I just came back from the Minecraft movie. Well, I shouldn't say just, because I watched it a few hours ago. But I wanted to eat first. And then do other things that are more important than streaming. But yeah, movie that was, what, like 10 years in the making or something like that? It was announced a long time ago. And it's only finally come out. It's kind of like... It's weird. The best way I can put it, it doesn't feel real. But it was real, and it was something. I can't say I didn't like it, because I definitely did like it, but, you know... not exactly a Scorsese film. We should probably get into the, treasure maps as well. We have a bunch of them. One here, one here, one here. I have no clue how far that is, though, but we're going a little bit of adventuring today. I don't know how many... Oh, Jesus, that just seems really wrong. I don't know, how long we stream for. Probably 2 hours, and then I'm gonna hop off. We'll see. Definitely not doing a late night stream tonight. I got other things I want to do. Yep, might as well flick on the stream for a bit. Hello, Kit. Alright, let me free myself. And definitely gotta figure out this situation. Because I'm very, very vulnerable. Alright, let's... I don't want this slab. Go away. Okay. Do we start with the treasure? Do I have a boat? Would kind of be useful. I don't really want to hit the mines up again, but I know I'm gonna have to, because I have no diamonds. Fresh out after making my set. Definitely bringing a bed this time. I always forget the bed, and it's always disastrous. But I don't have a boat. I guess I'll have to make a boat. Thankfully, it's easy on Java. I know on Bedrock you have to throw in a shovel. Must suck. Must suck being a Bedrock player. Can't relate. Bedrock is lucky though, because they get the Minecraft movie add-on. I'm not allowed to have the buck chuckets. They're too powerful for Java. Well, maybe one day, who knows? Minecraft really needs to do that, like adding stuff from their other spin-offs. Because, like, yeah, they tried to do it with, dungeons. And a little bit Earth, not really, but I guess you could count the Woolly Cow as something that migrated over from Earth. But, like, stuff like story mode, the movie... The LA isn't from Legends from the game, so you can't even say Legends. A lot of that stuff's just not, it's fallen into obscurity. And that's a real shame, because, while the games themselves aren't the greatest, aside from Minecraft Story Mode, that's one of the greatest tales ever told, but they still have a lot of really good ideas. I especially love, like, the redstone golem from Minecraft Dungeons, and it's really unfortunate that that can't make its way to the main game for whatever reason. What should we start with first? I guess 3, since it's the lowest number. What direction even is this? I don't even know. Wait, is it? Do I go this way? Hold on. Okay. So it's either this way or this way. Am I getting further away from it? Oh. I can't tell. We're gonna go this way. We're just gonna try to go this way and see what happens. Seems far. Playing this music because I've been catching up on Tears of the Kingdom recently. I haven't played a lot of it in a while. Because I left off at the Goron stuff. But now I just got the 5th Sage. Since the game's still fairly new, it's like 2 years old. I won't spoil anything about the fifth stage, but it is probably my favorite. I think that's really cool. Ah, oh hello goat. Oh, who was with the abrupt stop there? Why did it do that? Okay. Onward to find treasure because I'm broke and need treasure. That's my whole motivation here. I'm just broke. I need rent money. It's like Garrett the Garbage Man Garrettson transitioning into the Minecraft movie. So, obviously not necessarily absolute cinema. However, I would consider it absolute cinema. It was definitely one of those films where you have to turn your brain off to enjoy. You can't really think too hard about it. Even still, I managed to think way too hard about it. I was talking about, like, the cinematography of the film and what shots I didn't like. Like, it's the Minecraft movie. You're doing too much. But overall, it was a really enjoyable experience. And I'm definitely just let stream know I'm going to get in the spoiler content. I might, like, flash a disclaimer on the screen or something. That I very much want to talk about spoilers. So, I have a lot to say about this movie. There's been a lot of video game movies recently. Sonic kicked it off, definitely. And then, not long after, we got Sonic 2. Well, I guess you could trace back to Detective Pikachu, but in my opinion, that film adapted absolutely nothing. It tried to adapt Detective Pikachu. It quote-unquote, like, adapted Detective Pikachu, but there was no aspects from Detective Pikachu other than he's a detective. Not even remotely similar stuff. I mean, well, his name's... Okay. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Detective Pikachu. I just didn't like the movie, right? But, I think the first major one was Sonic. Major hit. And then the Mario movie came out, which I'm not the biggest fan of Mario, but I did really enjoy that movie. Jack Black was great in that movie. And Charlie Day as well. I like both of them, but I'm not really sold on Chris Pratt as Mario. Oh, it's right here. Alright. And then after that, Five Nights at Freddy's, which... I mean, if the Sonic movies didn't exist, I'd say that's the best recent video game adaptation. Because I really liked how they did Five Nights at Freddy's. And now there's Minecraft. And it's definitely much harder to adapt Minecraft since there's no story. I mean, yeah, they could have adapted story mode. Like, that would have been really cool and stuff, but you know how they are about story mode. But the route they chose, it made sense. You know, it's Minecraft. It's all about creativity, and of course you have to have Steve in there, albeit Jack Black is not Steve. I don't know who that fat man is, but there's certainly some gaping differences between the two characters. So I think I'm gonna actually start talking about Steve, because the movie opens with Steve narrating his experiences and whatnot, and kind of explaining to you the plot of the movie. Which, it's a children's movie. There's gonna be the one character that explains the whole plot for the little children watching. It's just because we're adults, and we understand the concept of a movie, the little kids might get lost a lot easier, so... Oh. Jesus, I gotta get this cough out. There we go. Yes, it opens with Steve narrating, talking about his houses that he's built, and how he got there. He was yearning for the mines because office jobs are boring. I thought that was strange, the way they threw mines in there. Like, the whole craft aspect is everywhere in this movie. Like, they really went all in with crafting in the Minecraft. And then the mine stuff felt really slapped on last minute. Like, you had the redstone mines, which were a plot point. Oh, are these the same map? Man, I got scammed! These damn pirates scammed me! This is the same map! Unless there's 2 treasure chests in this one area. But I'm getting off course because I'm getting distracted by the video game. Yeah, the mining aspect though. Not really much of it. But so it opens with Steve narrating his experiences and all that whatnot. And I'll admit it was a very funny scene. The dirt house. Very iconic in Minecraft. Like, you can't have your Minecraft without your first dirt house. Or you can be me, who just made my house out of nothing with no walls. Just a pretty stupid idea, but whatever. I did it anyway. And I have no clue what this thing is. Jesus. And then he meets his dog, Dennis, for the first time. I hated the look of Dennis in the trailers, but I warmed up to it pretty quickly in the movie. And I think that was just because how the actors interacted with it. It did feel like they were actually interacting with a dog. And I don't really know how they did that, because that effect is very prominent throughout the movie, where you really get a feel like the actors are interacting with the mobs. Like, obviously, the villagers, they're actual people in suits. I don't know about the zombies and whatnot, but I know the villagers are, so that makes sense for them to be able to interact with them pretty easily. However, the animals, they really sold me that they were interacting with those animals, you know? It's so hard to piece my thoughts together here. Okay. So he meets Dennis, he builds Steve's world, and it's like, it gives, at least to me, like Stampy vibes with what he was doing with his world, just building a bunch of big stuff and weird stuff that doesn't really connect, but it's just fun. And he stumbles across a nether portal, which it's very obvious that they take all of the nether stuff from Legends and not really from the base game. Like, they make references to it, like him commenting on how there's one singular convenient chest just right next to the portal. But the portal itself, it gives more Legends vibes, and everything the piglins do, and the way the nether looks, it's definitely more Minecraft Legends. I think they were hoping for that game to be way bigger than it actually was. So he goes in there, he meets Malgosha, who has the staff that's, like, basically identical to the one from Dungeons. Get out of this bed, let me sleep here. And it gets really weird, because they capture them, and then they escape. And Dennis escapes to the real world with the magical orb that opened the portal in the first place. But then Steve gets captured again. And it's just the piglins aren't very good at their job, because they're always capturing them and then always immediately losing them. This way? I think so. And so Dennis runs off to the real world and hides the cube underneath Steve's waterbed. They make a big deal about it being a waterbed. And that's not really important at all, but they like to make a big deal out of it. And then flash forward, like, what, 20 years? Something like that? I don't know if it actually gave a number. I think it just transitioned to Garrett, the Garbage Man Garrison, a quite sad man who's very caught up in his glory days back in the arcades. And he's all about winning that one trophy back in his high time as a teenager. You know, he views himself as a celebrity, and nobody else really does. They just think he's a bum, because he is a bum. He's got this retro game store that is doing horribly. Like, nobody's going in there. Nobody's giving it any money. So he's going under. but he still like remains this kind of cocky character. In the whole movie, Jason Momoa is really the best part because of this character's writing. It is, I don't want to say that the character has necessarily like a good dynamic character writing to it, but very funny. It was definitely the most humorous part of the film was his character, and I am going farther away, it seems. So I guess we go the other way. And so Garrett gets a little desperate because he gets eviction notice. You know, he ain't got no cash because his business isn't doing good. So he goes to a what did they call it? It was like an auction, but for storage units, like a storage unit auction. I didn't know those exist. I don't go to auctions. I just buy stuff from Amazon. But he goes to an auction, and that's where there's a bunch of YouTuber cameos. Before I actually talk about the cameos, I should probably put something up on stream, shouldn't I? Because last time I streamed, I spoiled Breaking Bad for a dude. I still can't believe that, because it came out like 10 years ago. But mine... Oh, wow, that is huge. Craft movie spoilers. Big font. Can you make it a little smaller? How do I make it smaller? I don't know how to make it smaller. I'll make it red. So you know that it's serious. That red color. Oh, I just moved the oh god. Where was it? Like right there. Okay. Minecraft movie spoilers. Put that right up the top in small print. I think that's good. Minecraft movie spoilers. Alright. So this is the scene, the auction scene, as well. The YouTubers come in, and from the ones I recognize Mumbo Jumbo, Dan TDM, I think... I want to say LD Shadow Lady, I think? I'm honestly not 100% on that, but I thought so. And they're all bidding on the storage unit because it's valuable, because there's an old Atari in there. It's worth a lot of money, and Garrett wants it so he can sell it and not be under anymore. But when he wins it after spending $900, which is an insane price, and there's no way the Atari was worth more than that, right? I refuse to believe that it was more than $900. But so he gets the thing, he opens the box, and there's nothing but junk in it. But there's also the orb, which they call it orb the whole time. It's a cube, but they call it the orb the whole time, so that's just what I'm gonna call it. He treats it as junk, leaves it on his shelf, and then we just get a pretty fast cut to the quote-unquote main characters, because they're not really, but they're supposed to be. They definitely should have had a lot more screen time, because they were very undeveloped. But we have Henry, and I feel so bad, I don't remember Emma Myers' character name. I have zero memory of that character's name. But the main guy is Henry. This little kid, red hoodie, and they're flying into Truggleston, I think it's called, after their mother passes away. And they make a really big deal about the mom passing away, but neither of them actually seem upset about it whatsoever. And they got a new home somehow, whether it was through inheritance money or whatever. And so they gotta move to Chuggletown, known for its cookies. And actually, no, it wasn't cookies, it was potato chips, wasn't it? Yeah, it was potato chips. It's known for their potato chips. That's also where Garrett is, should mention. They get to the house and they're greeted by the real estate agent who sold it to them, whose name will come to me in a moment. Dawn. And Dawn is the adult woman in the trailers, who, honestly, Dawn is not really much of a character in the film, which is unfortunate, because I do think, the actress playing her is very funny, and it could have been a really good character, but she got sidelined hard. But so she greets them, and she has a separate animal gig going for whatever reason, just to connect her to animals, because that'll be important later in the plot. And she has her car is stuffed with animals, and there's like an alpaca and stuff. She hands them the keys and sets them off in the new life. Emma Myers' character, who I'm just gonna say Emma Myers, but she gets a job at their famous potato chip factory, so they're pretty set, at least for a little while. So come the first day of school, she has to be like this fill-in parent for Henry, so she's not very good at it because she's still a teenager. And I do really wish there was more emotional weight on that aspect, because there is one moment later in the film where she is really distraught by the idea that she just wanted more time to be a kid. And if that was touched upon more, it could have worked so well. They have a lot of good ideas in this film that just don't come to fruition, whether it's because they just couldn't fit it in the movie or the writers didn't care. Which I'm going to give the writers the benefit of the doubt and say they did care, but they couldn't fit in the movie. So getting back on track, first day, she's nervous about him making friends, so she makes him this tater tot breakfast pizza, which, okay, I don't know if it's just me, but it looked like the grossest thing ever. There was way too many tater tots on the breakfast pizza. But she says, oh, give it out to your friends at school. That'll definitely make them like you and not think you're the weirdest person ever for digesting like a billion tater tots at once. So he takes it, which is strange, because it seems like he leaves it, but then they cut to him holding it. And he pays, on his way to school, good old Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison a visit. And Garrett promptly steals his pizza, calls him a little bitch, and sends him off to school. So he goes to school, and he's in drawing class. Art teacher gets pissed off because he's not drawing the model, he's drawing some stupid banana with a jetpack. And a bully goes, you can't build that jetpack, and he goes, yes I can, so he actually builds that jetpack. We've strayed so far away from it being the Minecraft movie at this point that nothing makes sense, but, well, you know, whatever. We'll just rock with it. So he builds this jetpack, and they're ready to test it. He goes outside, he straps it to this skeleton. Not a real skeleton, like one biology lab skeleton. And he launches up, and it actually works, and he flies up, and then he tilts, and then he crashes right into the chip factory where his sister is working. Brutally slaughters Chuggy the potato. Which, can we get a rest in peace for Chuggy? He did not deserve such a tragic death so early into the film. So he's already brutally murdered. Her job is now at risk because her brother just blew up part of their company building. And he gets sent home because for some reason you get a light slap on the wrist for literally blowing up a building. Okay, well, he didn't blow up the building. He blew up part of the building. And nobody died. But he still got a slap on the wrist. And his principal goes, you need to get your guardian. You have to get picked up by a guardian now, because your punishment is going home early for some reason. And he doesn't want to call Emma Myers because he knows she's going to be pissed at him because that's her job. So he calls the only other man in this entire town, Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, who he met just a little bit ago and did nothing but berate him and call him a stinky nerd. But yeah, call him up, pick him up, offers him $25 to pretend he's his uncle. And there's some really strange stuff. The principal's really horny. There's no way of tiptoeing around that. For some reason, the Minecraft movie, they made the principal, played by Jennifer Coolidge, really, really fucking horny. And so she's immediately trying to mingle with Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, saying some things I was shocked they could get away with putting in the Minecraft movie. Like, I'm worried to repeat the stuff she said on stream, because I don't want to risk my channel getting removed. But she was talking about all inappropriate stuff, through metaphors, but still. So Garrett takes him back to the good old Garrett Cave. I don't actually know what his store was called, so I'm calling it the Garrett Cave. And for some reason, Henry takes interest in the orb, puts the orb in its little crystal, and suddenly now the orb's like, Zoom, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. This place blows, I'm leaving. And so he just grips onto the orb and they just walk with it to the mines. Steve's fabled and beloved mines. Because that's where the portal was. It's luring them to the portal. And then Emma Myers, you know, she's freaked out by everything that just happened. And now Henry's not coming home. So she calls up Dawn. Because Dawn is supposed to be helping them through this time. And she's like, oh, I don't know where Henry is. It's my job blew up and he blew it up. And oh my god, I don't know what to do. I suck at being a guardian. This is so bad. And Dawn's like, yo girl, it's not that deep, chill. Proceeds to steal her phone and then hack into the mainframe to find Henry's exact location. Which is interesting, I guess. Either she is a 80s film hacker or just had Find My iPhone enabled. But she tracks down Henry to the abandoned mines and they go there. And so now all four of them are in the mines in front of this portal and it just kind of sucks them in. The Nether portal never did that, but this portal, it really wants you to come in and see for yourself that this is Minecraft, so it just sucks them in. And now we are finally in the Minecraft portion of the Minecraft movie. It only took 30 minutes. But now we're finally here, we're finally in Minecraft. And they're so shocked by the world around them, because it's made of blocks, and that's weird. Obviously. If I woke up one day and was in Minecraft, I would think that I was having some Jesus, dear God, some chord. I would think I was having some kind of episode. I don't know who I would call, but I would call like 8 different people for that. They try to communicate with the sheep. Doesn't go over well because he's a fucking sheep. He can't communicate shit. But Garrison does try his hardest. Because he thinks he's a quest giver? I don't understand that part. Garrett treats the sheep like, oh, this is a video game. And that's our quest giver. And we'll get our quest from it. He was a champion at a fighting game. Not an RPG. So I don't know where he got that knowledge from. Maybe he's played RPGs before? Then that begs the question. Well, what has he played? Is Garrett the Garage Man Garrison a regular Final Fantasy fan? Has he dipped his toes in the Shin Megami Tensei? We'll never know. For all we know, this man's played every single game that's ever existed. Because he is the Garbage Man Garrison. And then what was Steve doing? What was Steve doing now? He was... Oh, that's right. Okay. Malgosia had him in the dungeon because he got captured again. And she was like, hey, the orb is back. They've brought it back. And you're gonna go get it for me. Steve's like, no way. And she drops Dennis's call on the ground like, if you don't, we're gonna kill your dog. Which is a false threat because the dog ain't there. He just left his collar. And she's completely pulling that out of her ass. But Steve has no way of knowing that, so he just reluctantly agrees and goes to get the orb. During this time, a villager comes out of nowhere and just goes through the portal. Keep that in mind, there's a villager in the real world. That will come in important later. And by important, I mean to a side plot. No relevance to the actual story. And so they're still trying to get used to what the hell they're witnessing, and then it turns nighttime, because Minecraft's day and night cycles are absolute BS. It happens instantly, like daytime does not exist, and nighttime takes 8 years to fucking end. And they're immediately jumped by skeletons and zombies and way too many spider jockeys. They're very rare, so I'm not sure how they got jumped by so many of them. But they did, and they all blew up because all of them died of their own incompetence, which makes sense. If you played Minecraft, you know they're absolute lobotomites. They make a narrow escape, and Mr. Henry, with his creative mastermind brain builds a castle for them to stay in. And just when the zombies got them by the neck and are about to take over and eat them, I guess, Steve jumps in, absolutely goes ham on these zombies, and lets them burn in the daylight. And it is the most badass scene you will ever see a man pull off. A fat man at it. I did not realize that Jack Black could move so well. But you gotta give him props, man. That was some pretty entertaining stuff. He also rips a zombie's arm off, which is strangely graphic for a Minecraft movie. And just a little bit before that, a sheep got brutally mauled by like 8 zombies. So, I don't know what age they were trying to cater to, but I'm starting to think it wasn't children. With the sex jokes and the brutality of it all. There's a lot of death in this movie. Anyhow, they finally meet with Steve, and Steve is rightfully pissed that they brought the orb back because they weren't supposed to bring it back, and now the world is in threat if Malegosia gets it. But they work out a deal where it's like, hey, if you get us home, we'll give you the orb, and you can double-cross her or do whatever you want. And he takes them to Midport Village so they can get stacked down ready to get a new crystal. Why do they need a new crystal? Because Mr. Garbage Man Garrison just held it. He held the crystal in front of him for like 2 whole minutes and just let it get shot by a skeleton and shatter. So now they need a new one, which is only in the Woodland Mansion. So they need to gear up, and they go to the village to gear up. But, of course, they can't gear up without a little food, you know, so... Had him with the lava and chicken to give him some Steve's lava chicken, which is the best scene in a movie ever since the portal scene from Avengers Endgame. And we get introduced to the Minecraft movie villagers, which are some of my favorite parts of the movie. I love the villagers, and I think they did them absolutely right during the movie. They looked how they should, they acted how they should. It was perfect. And the Iron Golems, which were really cute, surprisingly. I just want to pet Iron Golem now. And they wander around, you see all the different Minecraft things. Emma Myers and Dawn try to bargain with a map villager, and he's very stingy. And the one next to him has teeth, which is, like, absolutely disgusting. Hey! Why aren't you burning? Sir! 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 God, I'm so sorry about that, Scoobert. And the other 3, the boys, they branch off to go to Steve's stash, where he teaches them how a crafting table works. And Mr. Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, being the incompetent dumbass that he is, makes buck chuckets. He just throws a lot of shit on there and makes something absolutely useless. Yes, the buck chuckets are absolutely useless. He attempts to fight with them, does not go over well, gets his ass kicked, and is saved by an iron golem. But then is where a very interesting scene happens that I was surprised by. Henry brings stuff from the real world that he just kind of had in his pockets, and he makes a tater tot gun. So they kind of have now established that this character is supposed to represent modders, I guess, bringing stuff that's not in the game into the game. And I saw a lot of people complaining about the tater tot gun, like, oh, they don't use it ever in the movie. He makes it, and then 5 seconds later, it's discarded. That is not the truth. It's used several times throughout the film. And by several times, I mean in 2 fight scenes, which is enough, okay, man? And, but I know I keep talking about a fight scene, because immediately after they get stashed up, they get to a fight scene, where the piglins come in, and they've drinking some nice potions to prevent themselves from deteriorating in the overworld, and they jump Steve and the gang, led by General Chungus, the zestiest pig you will ever see. The man's voice is gayer than Jay, and that's really saying something. And so they get attacked. Jason Momoa, Mr. Garrett, wants to be the hero, immediately accidentally knocks out Steve, and then gets his ass kicked, and is saved by an iron golem, like I said. And then tells Steve, oh, I did that, you're welcome. Now let's fight them. The the kid legitimately kills a bunch of them with his stupid tater tot gun, which is crazy. And for some reason, Dawn and Emma Myers suddenly learn jujitsu or whatever the hell they were doing. They were slaughtering those things. I don't know where that came from. And they get separated because those two, they just want to get straight to the Woodland Mansion. But Mr. Garrett, you remember, he's still broke as hell. So he wants himself some money. So he's going to Steve. He's like, Steve, I got the orb. You got diamonds. Take me to your stash, or there's no orb for you. So they're gonna make a little detour to the Redstone Mines. And that they do. They go to the Redstone Mines, and they find their little diamonds. And he takes them, but you never really find out if he sold them or what, but he takes them and they're never seen again. And Henry is obviously pissed at this, because for all he knows, his sister and the other lady just got murdered in the Woodland Mansion because the others did not want to come with. But they have no time to pout and fight, because Malgosha is pissed off and sends the Great Hog after them, which is essentially the Godzilla kaiju of the Minecraft universe. Other than the Ender Dragon, which does not appear in this movie. This is a giant piglin with a Samus arm cannon. And just overall not. Okay, sorry about that. So they have to make escape on the minecarts, which I actually really like the minecart scene, because minecarts are such an integral part of the game. Of course you had to have them in there. And they have to escape through Steve's creeper farm, which is another brilliant thing that I'm so glad they put in there, because I didn't think they were going to acknowledge mob farms, but they certainly did. Steve had a pretty inefficient creeper farm. Wasn't great, but could be a lot better, man. There was like no redstone used in it at all. You just luck of the spawn, I guess. Not the best idea, Steve. Call me up, I'll help you with that. And the stupid big ass pig chases after him on the minecart. They flee, all the creepers blow up and slaughter the thing, and also blow up any semblance of a mine that used to be there. And now they're smooth sailing to the Woodland Mansion. But first they gotta fight again, because Garrett was just such a bad person. But now they're on their way to the Woodland Mansion. And as the way he explained it, the first floor has Vindicators, the second floor has Evokers, and the third floor has Endermen. Why? I don't know. They need an excuse to put the Endermen in the movie. I don't blame them. So they devise a plan where Steve and Garrett are going to distract the Vindicators on the first floor so that the little kid Henry can sneak up to the third floor and get the crystal that they need, because it's on the same floor as the Enderman. And looping back to the Evokers, I did not see a single Evoker in this entire film. Or at least if I did, they did not use their magic. It's just all Vindicators swinging their axe around. Swinging their axes, not... That doesn't make it better. And so because they sacrificed themselves to make a distraction, they have to fight in a pillager fighting arena. Yet you all know where the scene is going. Chicken jockey! And all that jazz. My theater had no reaction, by the way, because I watched it Monday at 1 p.m. in a theater with exactly 3 other people in it. And they were all grown-ass adults. We were all just a bunch of grown-ass adults sitting in this theater. Nobody's screaming and throwing popcorn. We're mature here. We analyze this film. And we complain about it on stream. Yeah, I'm not really complaining, because I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and I definitely would see it again. But right back to it, he fights the chicken jockey, he loses horribly, and then Steve has to come in and help him. And meanwhile, Henry is getting the crystal, which he finds after a bunch of references while looking in boxes and chests. But when he finally gets this crystal, an Enderman teleports. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak. An Enderman teleports behind him. And for some reason, the Enderman in this movie was weirdly, he was out there for some blood, man. He just wanted to square up, I guess, because he was immediately going for him. And Henry, you know, because plot, immediately disregards all of the advice and immediately looks him right in the eyes. And it shows him a really cool scene where he gets visions of all his friends telling him the things he didn't want to hear, like, oh, you're a terrible brother, and you'll never be good enough, you're so lame. And then, I know Steve said something, but I was too distracted by the fact that he was literally Herobrine. Like, Steve was on screen with them white eyes. That's Herobrine, that's freaking Herobrine. And it was an unintentional reference, too. And so he manages to take out the Enderman with, like, no issues whatsoever. He just slashes them over and over again because the Enderman just keeps teleporting one block backwards. And then they reunite, all of them. And as they're escaping, they're ambushed by Malgosha. And Mr. Garrett, well, he's just so sad. He's like, oh, I keep screwing up. I can't do anything right, and I've made everyone mad. So it's time to make things right by dying. So he's surrounded by Piglin with TNT. He throws Henry and Steve onto a raft, hanging from a ghast. And he's like, goodbye, I'm going to protect you. And then he fucking blows up. So there goes Garrett, you know. Rest in peace. It's truly depressing. But we can't focus on that. We have to get to the rest of the plot. And they immediately crash, because the happy ghast is not in their version of Minecraft. So, that ghast literally did not give any fucks about where they were going. But thankfully, they crash-landed right outside of the Great Shrooms, which is where Emma Myers and Dawn were camping out. So they rescue them, they nurse them back to health in their house, and Steve reunites with Dennis, which is a really cute scene. And now all that's left is... Oh, silly me, I completely forgot. During the time period where Malgosha ambushed them, she took the orb like it was nothing. Like it just zipped right to her and she flew away. But now she has it, she activates it, and the Nether starts to conquer the overworld. And they have to make a plan to take them down. So they go back to Steve's stash, and they plan this whole thing out where they're going to get an army of iron golems. And Steve is going to get some diamond armor. It's shown to be an epic showdown. And then we get to that moment. The Piglin forces are invading the overworld, but suddenly they run into an army of iron golems, led by a modded iron golem with swiftness abilities. And iron golems don't attack when they're not provoked, so it was kind of completely useless. And Malgosha's just like, they don't attack when they're not provoked, you dumbass. And then one of the fuckhead piglins immediately shoots it, and they all go ballistic and kill all the piglins. So, good going, Jeffrey, or whatever the fuck that guy's name was. But the piglins do put up a good fight, especially the new Great Hog, because she made another one in 5 seconds. Who gives the main Iron Golem a run for his money. And things are actually starting to look bleak. Because with the monster forces out, you know, they need all that they can get. Their whole plan is to get Henry up on top of the Nether portal to retrieve the orb and end everything. But they need more firepower. So thank God Dawn comes in with the 80+ wolves to attack by her side. And yeah, that doesn't really work very well. But it still happens, nonetheless. Hey, that's not your house, buddy. Can you leave? Sir. Hey. Hey. Jesus Christ. And the Great Hog is not taken down easily at all and just fucking shoots Henry. And so now Henry's gonna goddamn die. It's just been a complete bloodfest in this film. Everyone's dying. Oh, I'm getting... There's so much that there's so much happening at every single second of this film that I keep leaving out details. But during this time, Steve is trying to fight Malgosha with his new diamond armor, and he looks fucking stupid. The shoulder pads are huge, and his helmet is huge, and he looks so goofy. But it was honestly really funny. And Steve is in a losing battle with her. So, oh my god, what's gonna happen now? Henry's about to fucking die, Steve's about to fucking die. And the other two, if those two die, then they're fucking dead. So, what happens? Thank God for Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, who flies in on a ghast, rescues Henry, and saves the day. Because he shoots Well, he makes the gas shoot like 80 fireballs at the orb, immediately destroying the nether portal and killing every single piglin. So they're all dead. There's just been a huge purge of an entire species. So that's wonderful. Thank you, Garrett, for mass murder of the piglin race. That was much appreciated. And so now, things are back to the way they were. The day is saved, and Steve actually ends up going back to the real world to bring his creativity with him and make the real world a better place. Emma Myers goes on to teach self-defense because for some reason she just knew all kinds of it. Dawn goes full-time with the animals and drops her realtor job. Henry finally gets that jetpack to work. And Garrett, man, he runs his store with Steve and it is popping. It is the place to go. Everyone is going to the Overworld arcade store place thing. It is lit. It is litty, as the kids say. And that is where our movie ends, but not without our post-credit scenes. See, there's one plotline I left out of my discussion, and that is Jennifer Coolidge trying to fuck a villager. I mentioned before that a villager came to the Overworld, and there's numerous scenes of him. He gets hit by Jennifer Coolidge's car, and she's like, let me make it up to you by taking you on a date. And the whole time, she's like absolutely horn-dogging over this fucking villager during that whole date. And so the first end credit scene is they get married. Or at least he proposes. And also the villager now knows perfect English, and he sounds like a football announcer. So that's wonderful. And then the end credit scene. Steve goes back to his home to get an old chest that he left behind. And he's greeted by the new homeowner. And he's like, hey, I just wanted to pick up a chest from the attic. And she's like, of course, come on in. I'm Alex, by the way. Alex, huh? Credits roll. Well, it's after the credits, so the screen just goes black. Absolute fucking cinema. Holy God. I am dropping so many swears this stream. Most of these Minecraft streams are fairly family friendly. And I'm losing my shit at the Minecraft movie. I apologize for that. But yeah, that was the Minecraft movie. My opinions? Pacing was dog shit. That was his biggest problem, is the pacing was fucking horrendous. The acting from Jason Momoa was great. Steve was doing too much, but, you know, like, this Jack Black, he made me smile. He was a fun presence in the movie, but it was not Jack Black's best. I was very surprised by the actor who played Henry, because there's not a lot of good child actors. Really, it's really hard to get children to act well. This is one of the few times that I feel like child actor really did shine. Emma Myers' character, Emma Myers did a great job. Her character was just not fleshed out enough. And then there's, I think her name's Danielle Brooks, who played Dawn. She did alright. I mean, Dawn had a whole plotline that just did not exist. And her jokes didn't really land. I feel like they would have landed if they were just done better. She had potential, but she couldn't reach that potential. It's really unfortunate, because she seems like a great actress. And I would definitely love to see her in other stuff. And Jennifer Coolidge was in the movie, being Jennifer Coolidge. There's not really much else to say there. The Minecraft movie was a shit movie, but it was definitely a bad movie, but it wasn't as terrible as you'd think. And I enjoyed myself. I don't regret those tickets. I had a lot of fun. One of those movies you just gotta turn your brain off of enjoy, you know? If you were a Minecraft fan for like 11 years like I am, you'd come to appreciate how accurate it is, how getting to see everything you grew up with hit the big screen. It's amazing, really. It's an amazing feeling, and it really makes you think about your childhood. And that you grew up with this. Well, maybe not childhood, but like, whenever you grew up with this. Childhood, if you're younger, teenagehood, whatever. Heck, there's a lot of people who spent their early adulthood uh, with Minecraft. Like a lot of the older YouTubers, like DanTM, didn't really get into. I mean, he got into it a little bit when he was a teen. It was mainly his early adulthood that he hit that kind of peak. It was just a celebration of all things Minecraft. It was a tribute to the world and the community it spawned. It was an homage to everything that built it up and all the millions of children that this game means so much to. And while I don't think it was as good as some of the heavier hitters like Sonic 3 and Five Nights at Freddy's, the Minecraft movie has a different level of nostalgia and joy in it that I'm not sure the other ones truly have. Sure, I'm a Sonic boy. I grew up with Sonic, and I love Sonic so much. But walking out of Sonic 3, my thoughts were, that was so cool. They adapted my favorite Sonic game into a movie. Shadow is so cool. I love this franchise. I can't wait for the next one. Walking out of Minecraft, I thought, wow, we've come this far. It's more so an achievement of what this game has been able to do and the heights it's been able to reach. I mean, this was an indie game developed by one person at the time, and then two, and then a few more, until Mojang was fully fleshed out. And then it grew into the biggest video game of all time. That's a weird thing to think about. A game that you just merely think of as, just something I like to play, you know. It's pretty popular on YouTube, to the king of the entire medium. When you talk video games, you can't not talk about Minecraft. Because it's the video game. You could say that for GTA 5, but would it be true? GTA 5 hasn't sold as many units as Minecraft. Sold a lot, but not the same. GTA 5 wasn't nearly as appropriate to all ages as Minecraft was. You can't just pick up GTA 5 if you're a little kid or if you're elderly. It's too much for you. It was a much more restricted audience base, you know? That's not the case with Minecraft. That's why it was able to grow so much. It was just an outlet for creativity for people that didn't really have an outlet to do so. I mean, there's only so much drawing can get you, especially in the early days of the internet, when we did not have things like modern Blender, the Adobe Suite. Didn't really have these kind of ways for people of all ages to get out their creativity. That's what this movie was all about. It was not about a deeper story. It was not about being the best game adaptation. It was about appreciating and celebrating creativity. And I think right now, that's really important. With the rise of artificial intelligence and Gen AI, it's more than important than ever to remember that nothing can replicate the human spirit and creativity. Nothing can ever reach the same level of soul that you can. Anything you make, anything that you put your heart into, a robot can't even come close to. It can't replicate it. And I think the Minecraft movie just further proves that. By no means was it, jokes aside, cinema. But it was something that a lot of people needed to see. And something that should be celebrated. The chicken jockey stuff is all really funny, albeit dangerous, and not very morally right, but when you break it down, it's not just a bunch of delinquents deciding that they're gonna ruin a movie. They're all there because they know Minecraft. Because they all grew up on Minecraft. It's funny to them because it's Jack Black saying something from the game. And it's so jarringly unexpected. They all knew the game, they all grew up with the game. That's why it's humorous to them, because they all know Minecraft. Minecraft is what connects a whole generation, and what bridges gaps between generations. I mean, just gonna be something controversial to say, but look at the Dream SMP. Just, for example, look at the age, like, the different ages that were on that server. You had people as old as like 30-something, and people as young as 16 on that server. And, well, now we kind of see that that was kind of a dangerous game with some of the people that were on that server. It's insane that it's able to bring together people of such vastly different generations. I oftentimes have difficulty relating to my dad, because we grew up in two completely different worlds, and he will never have the same point of view as me, and I will never have the same point of view as him. But things like Minecraft that can bring so many people together, those things are really special, you know, man? Now, I don't mean to get all serious and whatnot, but I think the Minecraft movie is something really important. And we shouldn't let memes and dumb shit kind of wash that away. Because it can be as bad of a movie as possible. It can be atrociously awful, but it's still special, you know? It's still what a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of adults have been waiting for the longest time. And I'm someone who's very big on movies. I'm someone who is constantly wanting to talk about movies, as I am right now, you know? Movies are my life. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that, but I am huge on movies. That is, like, I spent time, well, I still do, I critique films, and I, apologies. I spend a lot of time writing reviews for movies and stuff and critiquing them. And I've taken film classes, I've studied film for a very long time, so film is something very important to me. So obviously I'm always looking for the best of the best. I'm looking for the exact beautiful cinematography that I'll get out of Five Nights at Freddy's. Which, I don't really know if I got. Five Nights at Freddy's was great, but I honestly don't even remember the cinematography, so it probably wasn't that good. But the visuals of Mario, the faithfulness to the source material of Sonic, you know. Video game adaptations have been very important to me because that has always been my thing, is games. And so when games and movies now collide, my two favorite things, I'm going to be very picky about it, and I'm going to be very wanting a certain thing. And I got that with Sonic, I got that with FNAF. Mario, I don't really like Mario, but Mario was still fun. I love Fallout, get everything I could have wanted from Fallout. Last of Us and Uncharted were disappointing. I'm very particular about this kind of stuff. But the Minecraft movie was the first time I walked out of a film like that. A film just that isn't good. And thinking that it was. I don't know, it's really hard for me to explain. I guess it's just the first time a film has made me put my, you know, my expectations away. And just, it really did turn my brain off, like the trailers are saying. I loved seeing all the little things from the games being able to point out Hey, that's... I know that. I recognize that thing. That looks cool on the big screen. Getting to see all this stuff that I've known for so long actually, like, come to life. That's something that's really cool. Then I guess the music does not agree with me. Damn, alright. Can you, anyone know if you can dye wool after it's woolified? What do you mean I can't? Oh, right. I need the white dye. Pink dye. Do I have any more beets? Because that might be a little useful. I don't think I do. I have my little beet farm over here, but it's not very plentiful. Anywho, back on track. I guess what I'm just trying to say is that the Minecraft movie was a fun movie that made everything come full circle. And I feel this was just a genuine celebration of a giant community and a giant togetherness. And in a way, I feel like this film has brought it even closer together than before, because there was always a lot of distance, whether it be from the Dream SMP drama or anything else. The community tended to be very not getting along. I feel like over the years, slowly, we've started to change that. And this movie definitely helped with that. It's a movie to bring people together. Not a movie to be critiqued and picked apart for its shots and writing. Just... yeah. Those are my major thoughts on the Minecraft movie. Not much else to say for it. Other than, I think you should watch it. If you like Minecraft, if you've grown up with this game, if this game means anything to you at all, you should take the time to go see this movie. To appreciate everything that's been built up over the years. Everything you've grown with. The people you got to meet because of it. And the things that you've gotten to do with yourself. Now all I can do is hope that the Zelda movie is good, because if the Zelda movie's a stinker, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, to the next level. So, you better not screw this up, Sony. You screwed up Uncharted, I forgive you. The Last of Us was subpar, that's fine. I didn't even like The Last of Us to begin with, even if that's a hot take. I didn't really care for it. It's not my type of game, personally. I can... excuse all that. If you fumble Zelda, I will have your head. I do not want the Zelda movie to be bad. Then I will be upset. I'll be very upset about that. Come on. Give me all your wool. I'm gonna need more than that, guys. Come on. Start eating. Chop chop. We don't have all day. Bah. Eat. Eat sheep. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is coming out later this year. The trailer looks really damn good. Minecraft 2 is not my favorite of the games. I'm more excited for some of the latter titles like 4, 5. Not so much. 4 and 5, really. And 3 is probably... unless they actually bring in Michael Acton, I can't see 3 being the most enjoyable. But who knows? Maybe it would be. The game sucks, but they could redeem themselves. Scott knows what he wants with this franchise. All you can do is really trust him. And why does this why does this music keep stopping? Why is it doing this? Here, let's change it. Oh, shoot, that's an advertisement. I don't want to get copyrighted. Oops. That was almost disastrous. There you go. Hello, Bumblebee. Boing, boing. No, as far as, like, video games that I want to be adapted, I think I am coming around to the idea of a Red Dead movie. I was a very big advocate against it because I felt like part of what made it special was being a game. But now, I think I just want more Red Dead content. I'm desperate, man. I'm gonna be an 80-year-old man by the time 3 comes out. I at least need, like, a show or something to keep me occupied. What else would I like to see? Undertale would be funny. Don't know if they do that, but that would be entertaining. Excited for Bendy. I know that's already happening. I'm a pretty big Bendy dude, just because I like the rubber hose stuff. I like that style. I think it's fun. So, a horror game based on that is pretty damn cool. What else? Maybe a Kirby movie? That could be cool. I don't want Illumination doing it, though. I don't like Illumination. And that was one of the major pitfalls of the Minecraft movie. It was an Illumination movie. And it just felt like every other Illumination movie. Illumination sucks! I do not like that company. No matter how many minions you shove down my throat, I will not like you. Maybe they'll shoot their shot again for a Pokemon movie. They do Pokemon, it'd probably fare better as a streaming show, though. That's just my opinion, but I could totally see that live-action streaming show. You gotta think of the budget for it. You know, speaking of adaptations, One Piece Season 2, very excited for that. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's supposed to come out this year. And they're doing, like, favorite arc. I know everyone's favorite arc is, Enies Lobby. Personally, me, I love Alabasta. I think Crocodile's an amazing villain. I like Vivi's writing. The duck is funny. All the Baroque Works characters are so interesting and weird, and I think that's so charming. It's One Piece. And then also, they're doing Drum Island and introducing the live-action version of my favorite character. If they screw up Chopper, I will set fire to Netflix. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on stream, so it's a joke, but I would be very mad if they screw up my boy Chopper. They better not. You might be wondering why I'm collecting all this pink wool. And that's a little strange thing to do. What do you need all this pink wool for? If you've seen the Minecraft movie, you know. You know what I'm about to make. And I'm gonna try and make it from memory. I know I used it in the thumbnail, but I'm too lazy to go check my thumbnail, so I will just attempt to build it from memory. Maybe this is enough. I mean, this sheep probably won't go anywhere because I've dyed them. Something tells me if I dyed them, they wouldn't just despawn. Where should I build this thing? I think I'm gonna build it up here on the hill. Oh yeah, Tony Chopper, don't mess it up, Netflix. I swear to God. I really can't stand when people tell me that I should be watching the sub version of One Piece. Well, I mean, I do speak a little Japanese because I took the class, but I might have taken a Japanese class for 3 years of my damn life. That does not mean I'm fluent in it. I still want the English version so I can understand it. My small American brain does not have enough processing power for multiple languages. That's just how I function. Do you think the people that watch sub One Piece watch the Netflix live action in Japanese dub? That'd be really funny. Like, no, you gotta stick to how it was meant to be made. You have to watch the Japanese dubbed version. No. can understand wanting to watch the original Squid Game with subtitles because the dubbed version of Squid Game sucks. But they do a great job in One Piece, so I'm gonna stick with them. What else is in our bag? Oh, right! I almost completely forgot Robin. Robin's another one of my favorites. Say, as far as favorites go, I gotta say Chopper, Sanji, Frankie, Robin, Brooke. I think that's how my favorite list goes. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna have to use the reference image. I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay. 4 on either side. I'm gonna try to build this as accurately as possible. So... move it one over. I definitely don't think I have enough wool for this, because it's like a full cube. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1. Ow. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough wool for the full house. God damn, check leg. This thing is huge. The door is huge. I'm gonna have to use a trap door on top of it, aren't I? Because it doesn't end till like up here. And it's technically 2 blocks wide, isn't it? So I have the sizing all wrong. I gotta move everything over. Why do you have to make this house so hard to make? Jesus Christ. I apologize for the coughing. Hey! Back off! Leave me alone. Got my bed, so I guess I'm just doing this at nighttime now. Pig house. Hey! Go away. Where are my pink sheep? Come to me. Oh! 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 Oh my god! Oh! Okay, we're going the long way. There's a crapper over here. Oh, yikes. I want to get a texture pack that changes creepers to look more like the Minecraft movie ones. Because I really like the design of them in the movie. I like that they're fluffy. Fluffy gay creepers. Come over here. Give me your wool. I need to bake. To bake. I must bake. My easy bake oven is calling me. Sheep up there. The sheep hiding. Ah! And guard. Have at thee. Should really probably round these guys up instead of letting them just run around. Hey! Collect some more red flowers while I'm at it. Hey! Wanna stream? I wonder what music I should do for next survival stream. Last time I did Persona. This time I did Zelda. Maybe I'll do Sonic. Well, Sonic doesn't really have slower songs. I like to have more slower melodic songs. No. I'll have to consult with my team. Hey! Get over here. Okay. I see more sheep with more pink wool for me to steal. I need to make my pink house. You must donate your wool to me. Come here. That was pathetic. Back to the pig house we go. Oh god, there's a crapper. I'm sorry, sheep. Okay, now. How do I plan on getting on top of this thing? Alright, my blocks. Obviously. Okay, what else? I have that. Okay, and that slowly closes up, so. Is it closed by 2? Yeah. So 1, 2. Like this. Alright. Now we're going somewhere. And then... Oh, did I just mess up my guy? No, I didn't. Okay. Sorry if you saw a flash of green there. I think I might have messed up the chroma key for a second. Why'd I... No, use the gravel. Need to use the dirt. Oh! Ah! God, no! Not my pink house. Not my pink house. Anything but my pink house, please. I beg of thee. Have at me. Gunpowder, gimme. Alright, back to my work. Like right here, like matched up with the window? No, 1 block above the window. Okay. So like that. Ears. And then if I need some more. Wait. What happened with OBS? Is stream fine? Something just happened with my OBS. Hold on. Are we good? Okay, it sounds like it just played error sounds on the stream. Alright, well. Apologies for that. Alright, we are close to at least getting the front of this done. Definitely can't get the whole house done yet, but I at least want the front done by the end of the stream. Which I think we can manage. We need more sheep! That's a pig.
With Wawa's
No, 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 that's an advertisement. No Wawa. There will be. No. There we go. Get over here, shape! Come on. Oh, come on. Really? More sheep for my army! My army, I mean my pink house. Get here. Sheep! How have you not eaten yet? Bro! Are you kidding me? Eat, dude. Just eat. Bro! Any more die? Get over here. I was planning on building the pink house while I was talking about the Minecraft movie, but unfortunately I got distracted running in circles, so... We have not made much progress this stream, but I really just wanted to talk about the Minecraft movie, so... I mean, I can take off the Minecraft movie spoiler sign now, I think. I'm not discussing it anymore, so... I got that. Come on. Sheep, please have eaten. Oh. Oh. Oh ho ho. Ow. Get you. Idiot. Just head back to get the glass. And some wood while we're at it, so we can make the doors and the windows, and then we'll be done. We will have Pink House looking over us in all of its beauty. Or at least just the front of Pink House. We'll need to finish the rest of it. Hello, Scoobert. I return. I don't know why I built another crafting table. I have one in my house. Say it's for funsies. I need more wood than that. I know I have more than 3 sand. Did I throw all of it out? I threw all of it out. We need 8, I think. Now it's raining, great. Yeah, it's now a thunderstorm, so I can't sleep. My bread. Alright. We still need wood. Hello, turtle. Just gonna... Alright! We're almost there. Hello, turtle. Just the finishing touches are left. Oh, God! Hello, turtle. We need to steal another chunk of this guy's house. This is man, I'm just so sorry, but I need it more than you. You understand, right? Oh, hello, turtle. Trapdoor. Alright, that should be enough trapdoors. Trapdoors, door. Just the glass is left. How much glass does it take to make a pane? Because I'd probably do it in glass panes, right? Because that's what it is in the movie. At least that's what it looks like. It's a reference to the fact that nobody uses actual glass. They all use glass panes. If you lose actual glass, well, then you're a loser. Because I was probably doing... Oh, whoops. I just turned on the volume of my own stream. Don't mind me just sitting here watching myself. I'm such a good content creator. So I can look at the recipe. Let's just get another one just to be safe. Come on. You can do it. I know it's hard, but you got this. Alright, buddy. Just one more, buddy. Just one more. You can do it. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Just as I thought, I don't know how to bake them. And then... That's it. Turn these bad boys like gray. Try diet. Can I dye the pain? Or do I gotta do the same recipe but with pain? It's the same recipe with pain. Alright, there we go. Let's go finish. But it's raining. We're not gonna be able to view our masterpiece in good lighting. What do we do, Lulu? I don't know. How do I run around in circles until it stops raining? Please stop raining. I don't want it to rain anymore. Please. And thank you. Please. 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 I guess I'll just harvest my sugarcane. Because I must expand my territory. That is all this sugarcane is for, is asserting dominance. We shall spread it to the village. Show them that I own this village. My village now. Boing boing. Thought that was fail. Boing. Boing boing over the melon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, Scoobert, can you watch my sugarcane for me? Thanks, Scoobert. Scoobert comes in clutch. Come on. Sugarcane it up. How much we got left? 12. Expanding my reach. Okay. Now stretches all the way over here. Hey! What are you guys doing on my lawn? What are you doing shooting at me? Hey, you get away from my villager, right? How you sleeping in there, buddy? He's doing alright. Hey, Lulu. You're just gonna stare at me? Wonderful. Alright, let's finish that house. It's still raining? Okay, no, it's not. Gotta go crazy for a minute. Oh, Jesus. Hello, turtle. There it is. The finished product shall soon be within our gaze. Or the semi-finished. So they won't have a back. That's not important, though. We'll just, like... I don't know, we'll cover it. So it'll look like it. I see my pink sheep. Thank you. Egg. There you are. Oh! Jesus Christ. That was close. My god. Give me. See, that sheep finally ate. That's good. Oh, missed a single block. Ooh. Cave to explore in the future, it seems. Hello. Oh, you know what I completely forgot to mention about the Minecraft movie? It's a Technoblade tribute. That was really nice. Sure his father really appreciated it. It's very cute. Man really doesn't die. Passes away and he's still in everything. It's crazy. Completely butchered that. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nope. This is gonna be an annoying part. Do this just fine, but when it comes to these, it's not gonna come as easily. Do this. Alright, and then we're going to hide the fact that it's not finished. Because nobody needs to know. It can just be between us. Oh, this is gonna pose a problem though. How about... Okay, wait, I got an idea. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's sold though. Already out. I just want the look finished. I need more wool. Eat! Eat! I need more wool. Come on now. Man, both these survival episodes have been really stupid. First episode was dedicated to getting a woolly cow. Second episode was dedicated to making a pink house. The silliness truly has no bounds. When will I actually progress in this game? Watch out! Hopefully I'll stream Hypixel again soon. Oh, a new server is coming soon, so I'll be streaming that. Not too soon, but it will be coming soon. It's got a very interesting gimmick to it. I don't know how long it's gonna last, though, how many streams it's gonna be, but it should be fun while it lasts. I think as long as I angle this right, it'll look finished. That is our goal, to make this look finished. That's just a secret between you and me. Oh, what the hell? I was gonna change it, but this is kind of a vibe, so it works. Is this Zora music? Mm. You need to make more wool for me, guys. Yes, my please, give me my wool. No, get back here. I need it more than you do. This kind of sounds like the PS4 menus music. You know when you pause? What? Did I drop this? Where did I drop my lodestone compass? Just like, yeah, when you like pause your PS4, that's what this sounds like.
Whoa.
No. No advertisements allowed on my stream. I'm not getting copyrighted that easily. Oh, there goes my shears. Boing. Oh, come on. Wait, you know what we gotta do? This is the end of the stream. We gotta give it the objectively best Zelda song. What's it called though? Is it this one? There we go. What's that? We gotta end it. Get over here! Get over! Okay, this should be enough. It's gonna be quote unquote finished. There it is. Hurry! Before nightfall! The sun's setting fast. It's good enough. If we just get it from the right angle, it will look finished. Oh no, I'm slowing down. Alright, 3, 2. Yeah! Pink house! Isn't that beautiful? And with that, good night, stream.